Welcome back, everybody. It is the 16th of October, and I'm set up on this trail coming out to the field right next to our house. I'm literally only 150 yards from my barn right here. I watched 4 or 5 doe file out of here last night, pretty well before dark, about 6:10 it came out. I'm right on that trail. Right on that trail they came out on right here. I've got GoPro set up. Let's try to get the pass-through shot, and yes, I'm rocking the old recurve. I know a lot of you guys really like it when I hunt with the recurve, so we're gonna settle in here and see if I can't recurve a doe at about 10 yards. I have good cover right here where this trail comes through. I have strategically climbed a tree where I have a lot of cover right before an opening at 10 yards, so if everything goes good, that group of does will come right out here again, and I'll get a 10-yard shot at one with the recurve. Kaylee's hunting just down the way from me a little bit, so hopefully she has some luck. She's got a camera, so you'll get to watch her hunt on this video as well. We'll see what happens. Got my fingers crossed.
Okay, so today is October 16th, and I am up in the tree that Clifford and I had climbed, I believe it was last week. We have those 2.5-year-old bucks kind of bouncing back and forth right now between this property and another one. So tonight I'm looking to hopefully score one of those bucks. Jeez, the sun's blinding right now. Like I said, though, they're kind of bouncing back and forth, so I'm not really sure what to expect for tonight. We have reason to believe, though, that they're still in here. We saw them last night pretty late out in the field behind our house, which obviously our house is just right over there. So hopefully they're still in here, and hopefully one of them will walk through and give me a shot tonight on its way out back to the field. So we will definitely have to wait and see. Clifford tonight, though, is looking to score one of the does with his recurve. Of course, I'm going to let every doe I see walk tonight just because I'm really hopeful that one of those bucks will walk through here. Okay, so I just had one of those 2.5-year-old 8 points come about 25 yards from me. He was following a real tiny spike. He stopped. He gave me a really good broadside shot, and I think I put it pretty good shot on him. He just took off to our right here, but I'm gonna sit here for a little bit and give him a while, but we'll give Cliff a call real quick. Finally!
Hey, babe.
Hey, I just hit that buck.
No way.
Yeah, he was at like 25 yards.
You're serious?
I'm dead serious. And of course I didn't get it on camera.
You know, that doesn't matter. You hit him.
Yes, I definitely hit him.
Good.
He just, he was, like, you know where that tree kind of is falling over where that small 8-point was the one night and stopped broadside?
Yeah.
He was on this side of that, but he just ran towards the right, towards you.
Where did the arrow hit him at?
I think I might have hit him just a little far back, but it looked like it was still pretty good when he was running.
Okay. Unbelievable. Congrats, babe.
Well, let's not congrats yet. Let's make sure we can find him.
Was the arrow like in the middle of his body?
Yeah, it was a little closer to the head than the middle.
Well, I mean, like
Yeah, up and down.
Right in the middle of his body.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, I couldn't breathe. He was following that tiny, tiny spike.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's the smaller of them, but I don't care. I'm excited.
Heck yeah. Well, sit there till dark and then I'll come get you.
Okay, are you gonna come on the gate or are you just gonna walk?
I'm just gonna walk over there because I don't want to scare him if he's bedded down right there close somewhere.
Okay.
Is the arrow still in him?
Yeah.
Did you get good penetration?
I don't know, it doesn't look like it's all that deep in. But he was pretty much stopped when I shot, so I was able to like get steady before I shot him.
Okay. Okay, I'll come climb down a little bit and meet you over there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, so as you guys just heard, Kaylee hit that 8-point tonight. She was hunting that little pinch point on the creek that I stuck her climber, and we hunted a couple times and had that 8-point come under us, but we couldn't get him to stop. So tonight, oh man, I'm cold, but I have a little adrenaline going for her. We're gonna go ahead and climb down, and we'll go over there and see what kind of blood we got. I knew it was a matter of time though before you'd get a whack at him. You had your yardage and everything right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Where's my bow?
I got it right here.
Oh. Okay.
So tell us the story.
Okay. Turn that down a little. Okay, so I was sitting in my climber and I thought I could hear something for like 10 minutes. Then it stopped and then 5,000 geese came over. So then I sat here and waited a little longer and I didn't hear anything. And I was already standing up. So then I saw the spike, and just as I was getting ready to get the camera over, the 8-point was behind it. So I just I was already standing like I said, got my bow pulled back and then waited for an opening, and he stopped right over there at like 25 yards, pretty much broadside. So it looked like I had a good shot. So I'm hoping it was a good shot.
You're pretty excited.
I am excited.
I'm excited for you.
I called you, I called my dad.
What'd Vern say?
My dad's so excited. He's like, he's like, can you breathe? I said, no.
Okay, I'll follow you over to where you hit it. There's our first spot of blood right there.
There's one right there.
Right
There's
there.
some. Oh yeah. Okay, we're getting a little more.
Oh yeah, he's bleeding good, babe.
Do you think we should wait or?
Let's take him a little bit farther and see what kind of blood we got. I want to see if we got lung blood or...
Here we... There's some right there.
Right there.
Right here. Right there. There's hair.
Yep. Okay, let's take a look at this blood here. Hold the light on that, if you would.
That's pretty dark. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning the next day, and we are gonna go out and look for my buck. We let it sit all night long, so hopefully we'll get on his blood trail from last night before it starts raining and find something a little better than we did last night.
Yeah, we took it about 45 yards with decent blood right in the beginning, as you could see on the video, and then it started petering off. And with the shot that she said she put on it, I figured there's no sense in maybe bumping it out of that first bed. So we're gonna go back in there. We got some help. Denton and Chaz are here. And we're gonna see if we can't locate Kaylee's first ever deer with a bow, and it's an 8-point buck. Let's get to the woods.
You should open back up now. What do you?
Snap it? No. Fell out.
How far up do you have
got
blood?
blood all the way up to
Three-quarters of the way.
the gold tip, though.
That's good.
Yeah, that's deep enough.
Where was it at?
I'd have rather
Definitely
seen.
both 2 lungs though.
I would have rather seen that thing stuck in there, but
Where was that arrow laying?
right up there. He should open back up now. With that arrow out of there. What have we taken him? 200 yards?
I don't even know if we actually went that. You think we went that far?
hasn't been. I bet 100.
150?
150.
We've been going.
Back and forth.
Yeah. I don't know where the next blood is. I could just see the arrow laying.
The arrow is right there, so he should have blood.
What is that?
Right there.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
How high up did that go, Kaylee?
What's that?
Hey, babe. I got blood over here. Hey, Denton. Come on over here.
Trail up cliff or no? Right here, where I'm standing, there's blood. Which way did you guys come up? This way?
Yeah, he came right up this way. I got last
I'm wondering if where we found the arrow cliff, if he didn't come up that way.
last blood's right here, babe.
What?
Last blood's right here.
Oh!
Woo! Nice buck, babe.
There he is!
That's the tall tine bugger too. Congrats, babe. Lift him up. See what I mean? He bedded down right here. If we went after him last night, we're in trouble.
He's been dead.
Yep.
Did you see him?
Yeah. Heck yeah, babe.
That's not even a bad shot.
What do you think?
Hell of a
pretty
buck
nice
for a
buck.
first archery buck.
That's a heck of a first
I'll tell
archery
you, that's
buck.
way nicer than my first buck.
Yeah.
Way nicer than my first archery buck.
I'll tell you what, I
Nicer.
about crapped. I walked over that log and like he was laying here as if he was bedded down. His head was almost even
Well, it was kind of
tucked.
put a very big hole in it.
I'll tell you right now, I went away from Grim Reaper broadheads.
Well,
You could choose what you want.
I didn't want her to shoot anything else, but it's the only thing that shot worth the crap out of there.
Oh, was it Grim Reapers?
Yep.
I never had the most blood with it either, but
That's why I switched to blades.
What a first archery buck. My gosh.
Well,
16.
well, that was
And it was a huge. It was an 8-point. I seen it plain as day. And like I was walking, I was just sneaking down.
Okay, folks, it is the 17th of October. Kaylee arrowed this buck last night at about 6:30 in the stand by the pinch point behind the house. We have tons of pictures and video of this buck coming out in that field right behind the house, and the neighbor Denton has been seeing this buck come out on the hidden field quite a bit. And we had hunted them hard in the beginning of the season. There's actually three 8-points that are in this woods that are all 2.5-year-old bucks, and we're trying to get her on one of them. We had two situations where they came through that pinch point and she couldn't get a shot. They were running, so they actually stopped coming out to the field for about a week or so. And last night it was a real crappy night, so we didn't hunt, and just happened to be, obviously we're always watching for deer, and right in our backyard
this buck comes walking up the edge of the field, walks right up the pasture, right to the back of our barn. And Kaylee dang near could have shot this buck from the house last night. It walked, we have a pumpkin patch back there, and it walked right below that, right to where my deer targets are. But here, I told her to go grab her bow, and she's like, my bow's in the garage, or in the barn. So luckily, you know, we wouldn't have had a shot at it, and she came and climbed up a tree all by herself with a climber and ranged all of her ranges and smacked him tonight coming out to that field. Made a good shot on him right here, but man, he ran, how far do you think he ran, guys?
150 to 200.
He was under 200.
150 to 200 yards, and just a terrible blood trail. She's shooting the Grim Reaper broadhead. I'm sorry to Grim Reaper, but man, it was bad for the shot she put on it. I mean, just tiny little specks here and there. But we finally got to a point out here by the hidden field where we literally were on our hands and knees crawling and couldn't find any more blood. Right now it's 4:30 in the morning. 5 in the morning, so we've been going a while. And I just got on my Onyx hunt app and started tracking my tracks, and I was just gonna grid search the woods, and literally I'm just, you know, 2 minutes into it, I stumbled right upon him, and there he lay. Kaylee just pounded her first ever archery. This is her first archery deer. This is the first deer you even shot at, right, with a bow?
Yeah.
He doesn't get any better than that, guys. Why don't you tell us the story? You know it better than I do.
I've already told you.
Well, tell everybody else the story.
I got set up probably about 4:45 once I got up the tree. It takes me a little longer than the average. But I sat there until, it was probably about 6:45, and I thought I could hear a deer moving off to what would have been kind of up in front of me and to the right, but I didn't hear anything for a while. And then what sounded like 1,000 geese flew over, so I kind of stopped hearing anything. And then I saw just a little tiny spike walk through. And just as I was getting ready to get the camera turned around to get video of him, I heard another deer coming, and I saw his rack just coming off from the distance, so I didn't have any time to get the camera on, but I had my bow pulled back and ready for him to give me a shot, and he stopped probably about 23 yards, pretty much broadside, and gave me a good shot. So I put what I thought was a good shot on, and then after tracking him, I really got nervous, but my attitude definitely took a turn for the worse last night.
Yeah, talk about a roller coaster. She was as high as it gets, and then bam, she crash landed as low as it gets.
I was pretty mad.
She was pretty irritable last night, let me tell you. I asked her if she wanted me to cook her some dinner. No, I'm not eating nothing.
I went to bed.
And then went to bed and tossed and turned for a couple hours till we got back up. I wanted to give him a while, just knowing, not really, just seeing the blood trail from where she hit it, and I tracked it about 30 yards. I'm like, oh man, I don't know about that. We're gonna want to give this thing all night, and she's got to be at work at 6.
Yeah, I have to leave here in about half hour.
And she wasn't having it, just having Chaz Dent and I go find him in the morning. She's like, by God, I'm gonna be there. I'm like, well, by God, we're gonna have to go soon then. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching. Unfortunately, we didn't get the shot on video, but as everybody knows, on my channel, we're hunters before cameramen, and Kaylee knows that as well. She's a killer before a camera woman, and by God, she killed.
If I'm like, he stopped enough so
On a scale from 1 to 10, how happy are you right now?
An 11.
Birdman will be proud.